So building wealth through real estate doesn't take decades. Let's look at what just 5 years of home ownership can do in generating wealth for your family. This is Jason Valentine with Coldwell Banker High Desert Realty, and I want to thank you for joining me because today we're going to use the example of a $250,000 house, which is about the average price point here in Gallup, and show you how much wealth you can generate, not decades down the road, but just in 5 years. So there is one liberty we're going to take right here. The 3.6% average annual property appreciation. So what that is if you go back through the last 50 years of housing and you look at the annual appreciation every year, year by year, the average for the last 50 years has been 3.6% per year. Now understand, sometimes that's higher, sometimes that's lower, but I think that's a good baseline for the purpose of this video. So on a $250,000 house, in just 5 years of average property value gain, you're looking at $298,000. That means your house has appreciated $48,000. But the other part about that is when you pay on your mortgage, you don't just pay and nothing happens. You're actually, every time you pay, you're reducing your principal a little bit. And the projections here say that if you've paid down your mortgage in about 5 years, you've paid down roughly between $15,000 to $20,000 on your mortgage, which means in just 5 years, you're sitting on about $66,000 worth of wealth for you and your family. Now, this is the thing. When you're renting, you can rent for 5 years and get zero equity, and the owner of that property, of that rental, is the one who's building appreciation and such like that. When you own your own house, you're the one who's building appreciation. It's kind of like a little forced savings account for you. And this is what I want you to know. That equity, it gives you options. And let me explain. You could cash out that $66,000 of equity and take a big trip around the world. I don't normally recommend that. You could cash out that equity and you can remodel the house you're living in, add more value to it. Could cash out that equity and move into a property that better fits your family's needs and put a huge down payment. I've seen people cash out that equity and open businesses, pay off high interest credit card debt. I've seen them send their kids to college. But the bottom line is it generates options for you that you didn't have. So, right now in the Gallup market, we're seeing a lot of steady growth. We are seeing limited inventory, and really it's a position where buyers can really get into a strong long-term position. What I want to encourage you is, if you want to learn more about how home ownership benefits you, not just financially, but also the non-financial benefits, let's make that one-on-one strategy session. We call it a buyer consultation. You come in the office, we run you through all of this stuff, and I'd love the opportunity to be able to show you how you can generate wealth for your family for doing nothing more than just paying your mortgage, living in your house, and doing what you're supposed to be doing. So there's a link in the comments or in the description right here. Book a one-on-one appointment, or you can give me a call at 505-863-4363 or 575-496-1068. This is Jason Valentine with Coldwell Banker High Desert Realty. Build generational wealth. That's one of the added benefits of home ownership. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.